This message is specifically for Eugenia and all of her criticizers and everybody who's accusing her of anorexia and who thinks she's going to die because of the emaciated appearance that she gives off. And what I'm about to say is going to reveal the truth of what's really going on. Eugenia, I hope you're watching this. My name is Greg Weick. Professionally, I'm a comic book artist and director and writer, but I'm also professionally certified as a life coach and helping people with different types of relationship issues and depression and different kind of disorders. And one of the things that I wanted to address, and this is really important for you and for everyone who's criticized you. Number one, there is something that you may have and not be aware of. A lot of people are very mean, and that needs to stop immediately. But for those who are trying to be helpful or talk tough, I want everyone to understand what's actually going on over here. There's something called body dysmorphic disorder, which basically means like when you walk into an amusement park and you see a house of mirrors at the fun house, and they're distorted mirrors, and some people have mirrors that make them look heavier or thinner. It's most likely that she has no idea what we see she cannot see in herself. And if that is the case, it's very, very important that everyone is gentle with her, not tough and trying to break her down, but to help her understand certain things. So I want to address everyone, and I want to address Eugenia as well. One of the things is, Eugenia, if you're watching this, and this is also for everyone else watching, or anyone else who's struggling with this disorder, the reason why it's called a disorder is because there's something wrong with the wiring so that you can't see what we see. So she probably looks fine to herself. She probably doesn't see the bones protruding in this emaciated appearance or skeletal appearance that we can very clearly see. The body is suffering. She doesn't feel it, she doesn't know it, and she probably feels completely fine and thinks that we're nuts to even comment on this. So again, Eugenia, if you're watching, please understand that you're loved, you're supported. There's a lot of people out there who just want what's good for you. And when they say that you're a role model, and it's dangerous to some of your younger female fans especially, the reason why they're saying that is because you can't see what's happening to your body physically. Your beautiful face, everything's fine, wonderful, talented girl with makeup and many different things that you do. Unfortunately, the body is an organ inside that's just filled with multiple organs, and it's suffering, it's drowning, it's dying because it's not being fed properly. So it's most likely that when you look in the mirror, you think everything is fine, and the body that you have is completely healthy and thick and fine in a good, healthy way. And what people are trying to get you to see is that, unfortunately, I'm trying to say this in a way that you don't feel attacked. Unfortunately, the body is deteriorating, and you don't see it. We see it. That's why so many people are commenting. We're not trying to be mean, or we're not trying to be jerks or rude or anything like that. I know you might feel it's none of our business, but a lot of people are saying, oh, well, you put videos out and you're a role model, even though you may not be aware that you are. You are a role model because you have so many millions of viewers. And the fear is of young girls who look at you as a role model to aspire to your look, who will start purging or throwing up food or vomiting or not eating properly in order to try to match your appearance because you're so well loved on the internet by your fans, and you have such a huge following, so many millions and millions of viewers and followers and subscribers. So that being said, please do something to go to a psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, therapist, as well as get a vitamin test to test all of your vitals and everything. Don't be scared of that. They're not going to do anything to you. They're just going to recommend certain things you could do to better feed your body so that you don't end up having your body turn against you. you've got to understand that, this appearance and however you think you may appear to yourself, please trust in the people who are making videos like this who have really nothing to gain at all by just saying to you, be cautious and careful and make sure that you're listing what you eat on a daily basis. There's certain things that the body really desperately needs to maintain a healthy life. And especially in my industry, because I'm a professional comic book artist, writer, director as well, and I'm in my world, I'm around a lot of models constantly. Fashion Week, I have a lot of friends who are models, and they tell me a lot of stories, and I've seen many of them who begin to get emaciated and very thin, and the bone starts to protrude in different areas. The bones are protruding through the body, the arms. You can see the skeletal structure. I mean, if you look at my hand, there's no indication of bone here, on the part of my hand here. But if you look at your hand, you'll see the actual skeleton coming through. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of naturally thin people, very naturally thin people, but they don't have that bone protrusion and the skin falling. There's a normal level of muscle and body fat. Even if they have zero body fat, they still have a normal level of health behind it, and they don't have the bone protrusions that I'm fearful that you clearly seem to exhibit, which is dangerous, and you don't know it's dangerous. I know you don't know it. I know you don't see it. These videos are only meant to help you see something that we see. So if you could take a leap of faith and believe us and do something about it, you don't need to prove anything to us at all. I'm very concerned that your friends and your mother are not stepping in to really point this out to you. Maybe they're in terrible denial, whatever the case may be. Please seek help in this area. And one of the things that I told some of the models that I am friends with and have spoken to for years, even very recently at Fashion Week, lovely, beautiful girl, but she started to get the bony effect happening, that emaciated look, and she said that the modeling industry was asking her to lose 10 pounds, and they always do that, which is terrible. And I told her, and along with a lot of other girls as well that I told, that a lot of times they'll say that because these are people who are so obsessed with the visual appearance and how clothes is fitting for the design and the look. They don't care. They don't care at all about the individual's health or the ramifications of it psychologically, mentally. And these are young girls. A lot of people start modeling very young these days, and it's dangerous. So I said you could just literally say, okay, I'll lose 10 pounds, walk out, pretend you lost 10 pounds, and you could even gain a pound and walk back and tell those casting directors, yeah, I lost the 10 pounds, and they'll be like, terrific, and believe it, because they don't really care that much. They don't even really notice it. That's the whole thing. They just tell you almost as a controlling power play sometimes. Not all of them, just some of them that specifically are targeting young models who are really getting emaciated and they're not eating properly and the body starts to shut down eventually. And the problem is that, people can go like this for years and still live and think they're okay, but it's when she hits a certain age, probably in about 5-10 years from now, if you can make it that long, one day you're going to get dehydrated or pass out or not know what's happening, and it's too late. It's over. It's done. And you wouldn't even know it. That's the scary part about it. It would happen so quickly you wouldn't have warning signs enough because you're ignoring the very visually clear warning sign that's happening right now. So what I'd like you to do, if possible, is please reach out to anybody who deals with this and say, hey guys, I'm getting a whole bunch of YouTube messages from supporters, and from everyone who is concerned about me. Is there something to be concerned about? And have that doctor put in writing, and this is the key factor, okay, that he thinks there's nothing to be concerned about. And I guarantee you he will not put it in writing, because no doctor who sees you would ever put their name in writing saying that you are fine, because unfortunately you're not. And all you have to do is just eat a certain few extra things in your diet and you'll be fine. And I don't mean unhealthy things. I mean eating completely healthy things, but just enough every 24 hours so that your body is being fed. You're going to have terrible bone fractures and things happen to you as time goes on and you get older. You don't realize it. Your body's starting to warn you now visually. And this doesn't only go out to her, it goes out to all girls, aspiring models. Please take care of your health first. Once your body goes down, it's over. You can't get it back. And this life that we live in is a temporary existence. So by all means, live it the most healthy and positive that you possibly can before your time is up. Because no matter how much money you make here, no matter how you look here, eventually we're all going to go one day. And when that happens, you can't take your riches with you, you can't take your successes with you, but you can live a healthy, good, positive life if you're given that opportunity. So guys, please post your comments below. Let me know what you think. Please make sure to subscribe for updates. And if you have any questions or any topics or things you want help with or want me to tackle, I'll do my best to help. And again, this is not any kind of medical advice or legal advice. This is just advice that you are completely free to listen to or not. But I do hope that you will take care of yourself and your friends and as many people as you can. And as they say in comic books, to be continued. Take care.